Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is my latest sketchbook. It's a Hobbycraft A5 sketchbook. This sticker is one I made myself a while ago. I just decided to stick it on here. There are 83 pages, I think. And I started on the 20th of July. I ended it on the 20th of September. That's a drawing of me wearing my hoodie, which you can get at Gleamiarts.storemv.com. My goals were to draw more backgrounds / perspective stuff, draw more thumbnails, work in composition, and stop caring about art being pretty. And that's my shop, that's my Instagram, that's my YouTube, and that's my Tumblr. So the first page is, for the background I went in with some highlighters and I came back again and I used my Chisel pen. I did some gesture drawings, and I was thinking about so I got loads of comics, and this one's like this medievalish, not medieval, it's like a fantasy, and I was thinking about giving it a flag. So I had to do all the world building from scratch. And this is a character from it. I was going to give her clothes, but I didn't know what clothes to give her, so there she is, just vibing. And these are characters from my other comic. And I usually draw them a lot, but in this sketchbook, not really. And drew some birds and this really cool outfit from the Yves Saint Laurent Spring Summer 2001 collection. And this is like before I knew of the strawberry dress, which will be seen soon. I drew that as well. These are some doodles. I was thinking about cubes and drawing them in perspective. I drew this and I realised it looked like Minecraft Steve. This is some thumbnails I was designing for YouTube videos. And this is some actual art thumbnails. This is my old D&D character, Denetra. And this is from a weird dream I had when I was in like this summer camp. Like what was extra weird about the dream was I wasn't myself in it. I was like playing the role of someone else. That was kind of spooky. I was doing this drawing I saw on Pexels, and these are some hand studies, and that's a camel. These are some more faces I drew from Pexels. Here's another one which I wanted to draw 4 times because I wanted to like stylize it. I didn't really look how I wanted it to. Here's another drawing from Pexels, or photograph reference. And I went into this website called thispersondoesnotexist.com, and I drew the people on there. And I promised the original reference, his eyes look normal, I just messed it up. This is like some random thumbnails for like a comic I never got around to doing. And these are some doodles. I saw this cute bird and I had to draw it. That's me, but it doesn't really look like me. And these are 2 random people I drew from memory, and that's Buttercup. This is my current D&D character. Her name is Clara and she's a nature domain cleric and a furbog. I love her. This is one of my other characters for my comic. And so I was looking for my other sketchbooks and I realised, oh, I don't really draw like the magical side of the comic I'm making. That's kind of boring. So I was like, let's do some magical stuff. Because it's all about books. So here it is. Hello again, I'm back. Got slightly interrupted. But yeah, as I was saying, drew my character with books because in the comics, books are magical. Not all of them, but some of them. And this is the page where I just draw stuff with my right hand. I'm usually left-handed, but I think I might be slightly ambidextrous, but I mainly draw with my left hand. In every sketchbook, I decide to draw a bit more with my right hand. And I like this page. This character's my favourite. She's like this DJ who doesn't know what she's doing. And she's like, oh no, what if they find out that I don't know what I'm doing? Very iconic. I drew some plants originally in the mint highlighter pen. I didn't like it. I was like, this needs something. So I came back in black brush pen and I liked it a whole lot more. I found this so I have so many photographs on my computer. So I just went onto it and just started drawing from the photographs. The reason why I have so many photographs is because I did A-level photography back in the day. I'm pretty sure I've got 500 gigabytes worth of drawings. Well, photographs. And this is the strawberry dress. Yay. I'm sure you know what it looks like. It's by Lyrica Matoshi. And I love that dress. Here's some more drawings from the photographs on my computer. And I drew... This page was empty for the longest time. And I was like, oh, for goodness sake, let's just fill it in. I drew some dude. And he likes fish. And this was when I got some Ohuhu paint pens. I was going to make a video and everything, but I was not vibing with it. And I did this off camera and I really liked it, and I kind of wish I did it on camera because that could have been the whole video. And I used some Uniball pens for that. This was with some random unbranded brush pens and Spectrum Noir sparkles. And this was at this time I went to the beach and it was really quiet there and nice. And I just drew some people that were like really far out. And I drew some mushrooms. And I drew Mob Psycho 100 characters. But mushrooms / fungi. And that's Teru, that's Shaw, that's Risu, that's Mob, that's Regan, and that's also Mob, but like %. Drew a clown, and this is more stuff from the beach. We were there for like half the day, so people were moving around a lot, and as people were moving around, I drew them really quickly. And so a lot of these are probably the same person. Yeah. And that, like, some of the stuff was like ages away, like probably like 500 meters or so. And this is more stuff from the beach, more people moving around, doing stuff, walking past the beach and whatever. So whilst we were at the beach, it was, like I said, it was quite quiet. And because we were there for a long time, like, I had a lot of people to draw. And everyone was social distancing, which was good. I drew some rocks there, because I love drawing rocks, and some random miscellaneous stuff from the beach. I really like this seaweed right here. I like the detailing. And I can try and zoom in so you can see it. Yeah, I like the details. Oh crap, let's try and put this back. Okay, that was stressful. And I drew some buildings at the beach, and this spread I filmed and it's in the iCard up there. And this was the point where I saw a dash hound and I drew the head, but then it went off too quickly, so I just made up the rest of the body. This was like day 2 at the beach. I drew some people. They're actually the same person, but they moved around a bit. And I drew a green, yeah, that's what they're actually called. They're spelled like Groines. It's spelled differently in America, I think. These are faces. I tried to like stylize them again. And some of them look, yikes. This one's my least favourite. I really like this one. I like drawing angular faces. I really like that one, like massive eyebrows, tiny eyes. I saw some clouds at the beach, so I turned them into like, it's like a silhouette challenge thing. That was fun. And this is when I was thinking of ideas for skate merch. So I really like roller skating. I haven't done it in ages because I'm still trying to paint my shoes. but I used the wrong tape, so it looks really bootleg. So I've ordered some tape and that's going to be coming soon. And this is a page where I just went straight in with pen. I just looked up like random pictures on Pexels and Tumblr. I think there was this post about Nokia phone, but there's a trout and it's calling you. So I drew that because I thought that was neat. This was a collage page. I originally drew something on here, but I didn't really like it, so I just stuck this on top. So I drew the skull. I like the skull, but I didn't like this face. So I added these two faces, and now it looks like this face is like there on purpose or something. And for this paper, I was originally doing a study a while ago by lots of ink. I mean paint. It's gouache paint, so I just randomly stuck it on into loads of pieces of paper, and then I stuck that piece of paper into the book, this sketchbook right here. Then I cut out this hair magazine thingy, stuck it on, added a face, and Bob's my uncle. This is some more collage, some pushing stickers and doodles. This is more of my characters. I have many characters, and they were like playing card games and stuff. And I added this lime in, and I was trying to like draw stuff to do with the limes, and added this card in. I drew stuff to do it with it, and this character right here, cheetah. Absolute cheetah. This is a page when I was thinking about like types of clothes I like and fashion and whatever, and yeah, I'll pause it for a bit and you can read that, but whilst you're reading that, I'll talk about these clothes here. So this is a jacket I own in real life, and the rest of them aren't the clothes I would like to own in real life. And if you follow me on Instagram and or Tumblr, which are both at Gleamiarts, you might have recognized this post, but I coloured it in. So yeah, I really like this spread. It's just, I feel like it sums up types of things I like loads of like stripey thingies and flowers from SpongeBob and like this cool star. I feel like it's really fun. And also, I got this star from a Christmas card. It was a really old one, like 3 years old. But I was like clearing out my room. I saw a star and I was like, I want this star. So I just grabbed the star. I sanded the back of it so I could stick it in my sketchbook because the back of it was really shiny. Then I did a wash of ink on top, and it kind of like, what's it called? It's soaked into the paper in this really cool way. It kind of looks like tie-dye in a way. So on this page, I went onto the background. For the background, I got 3 Crayola pens, and I just like scribbled all over it. And they came back in, and I did some life drawing. I really like this figure right here is my favourite. And this is a drawing of the same character, but this is her in 2020, which is, this year, and this is her in 2016. I was comparing the designs because she looks very different. And this is when I got my Windsor & Newton inks, India inks, and I got them in violet and blue. So I was just like messing around with this page, and I came back and I did use brush pens. I put some stickers on top, and I added a little bit of white Windsor & Newton ink. And this is a page where I was listening to the song Have a Nice Day by Hobbycraft A5, and I absolutely love that song. And if you like Japanese pop, then I think you'll like the song. So I was just drawing it and just doing some thumbnails. This was when I had an idea for like a sketchbook cover page. and did some more drawings of the song. I just went into the music video and I was just like doing some screenshot redraws and everything. That was fun. On this page I just grabbed some paper and I stuck it on and I came back again. I did some life drawing. I hope you don't hear that scuffling. But did more here. And these were 30-second life drawings, I think. And this was around here and I was like, yeah, I kind of suck at drawing eyes. So I did some like quick eye sketches based on shapes so I could like try and do different types of eye shapes. Thing is, I didn't use reference, so it's slightly counterintuitive. These are ideas for like DIY and craft stuff because I really like doing all sorts. And there's when I was actually looking at references for eyes. So I just did like a rough sketch of the head and I mainly focused on the eyes. But the pupils look really buggy for some of them. This is the first one I did and I think this one's the last. And I feel like the first and last are the best ones of these types. Because the pupils do get really buggy. And this was like an eye direction thing. Because when in my drawings, like I think you might see this in my speed paints and process videos. But I'm always like redrawing the pupils to make sure that they're pointing in the right direction. So I don't want one to be pointing that way and one to be pointing that way because it's not what I'm going for. And did some head facial expression drawings based off so I don't really do this my sketchbook in chronological order. So a bit further ahead I did some facial expression studies, and here I came back and I did some drawings from memory to do with that, and I feel like my expressions have gotten better. Like this one's my favourite. And I also drew Ida from the Owl House. I really like that show. These are some like more comic thumbnail things. And I do like this page as well. It's fun. And this is a quick study of a photo I saw on Pexels. And this is some photos I took from when I went to New York in 2018. And this was like, it was from like a little bakery, and you could, because it's kind of like an outdoor bakery, but they had the little special container thingy outside, so we just like stopped and I took loads of pictures. These are some more photographs from New York. That was fun. And I saw this in the newspaper. I ripped it out and I stuck it in. I didn't really know what it was at first, so I might have stuck it in sideways. But I did this. It was kind of like a abstract study of it. This is some life drawing. These were, I think, 10-minute. So either 10 or 25-minute studies. Maybe 10. And this is some more doodles for my OCs. This one's not my OC, just a random person. And this is a comic page. And I was like, yes, finally. I'm finally started my comic. I'm finally happy with a comic page. And then I looked at my script and I didn't like my script, so I had to rewrite my script again. And now the plot's entirely different. So this page is kind of redundant. Oh no. Got a little bit of collage here and me trying to recreate this pattern from this wrapping paper. I got this wrapping paper from the card factory, and this is like a little recreation. These are some new characters I came up with, and yeah, I really like them. I like the dynamic. These are some like random studies I used with the Ohuhu paint pens and a little bit of my highlighters. I really like this page because it's really, I like the colours, they're really nice and warm. These are some more studies which I did from Pexels. These are some doodles because I was thinking about ideas for some like DIY videos, which I haven't got around to. It's me thinking, and this little graph like here is me thinking of like art styles. So I made a little weird quadrant graph and I just plotted all my art styles on there, and here it is here, which I'll show briefly. But yeah, moral of the story is I have a lot of art styles. And I went onto this page with some Seawhite ink because I had a lot of it on my brush and I didn't want to waste it. And I found this really cool drawing in the magazine. It's in Vogue. And it's called The Sun. It said Tarot Design for Gucci by Jade Fish. I really like that drawing. And I saw this in a post on Tumblr and I thought it was such a fun face. So I just wrote it down in a little bit of hand lettering. So I got into hand lettering and I just really love it. This was based on one of my photographs. Just vaguely based. And this was in a sketchbook tour. As I was saying, because I lost my train of thought, but this was in a... Ah, dang it, I lost my train of thought again. Hold on, I'll just pause this whilst I think. I'm back. Yeah, this was in a sketchbook spread process video I did, which I'll link up in the eye. I talk a little bit about art style in there, so if you're interested in that. Sadly, this page is not part of the sketchbook spread, it's just this one. But for this page... Oh yeah, so for this page, I initially went in, did something abstract, vaguely plants in my highlighter pens, and I went in on top with my brush pens. So I did some life drawing. These were 1 minute poses. For this page, this is also part of that sketchbook spread, which is also in the eyeball. And after I finished drawing that, like 1 or 2 days later, I decided to go back and do some stuff in red pen. I really like these, they were like really fun and chill. These are some more doodles of my D&D character Clara, and this is my friend's D&D character Cole. And Clara is 7'11", Cole is 2 foot, and that is literally in scale. I just think it's so funny, he's so tiny. And this was like based on one thing my friend said whilst we were in D&D, and I thought it was so funny, so I wrote it down. These are my other characters. Like I said, I've got many characters, many comic ideas, and they're vibing. Yeah, I realised I kind of suck at drawing noses, so I did some studies. And I framed it by writing noses all the way around. I think that looks kind of cool. But after a while, the word nose stopped being a word. These are some more studies. These were 30 seconds. And this one is hideous. We didn't talk about that pose. This was another fun page I did. Okay, generally for a second I thought that I put some paper on top and it got stuck or something, but it's not. It's an optical illusion from maybe just me. So this is Clara. That's me, that's also me, but they both don't look like me. I don't know how I did that. I was looking in the mirror and everything whilst I drew it. So I don't know why. And yeah, I really like this page, it's fun. This was supposed to be a sketchbook thread. The idea was initially going to be me drawing in white pen, because I had the idea I could do like this kind of wax resist type of thing, where you're drawing similar to how like when you draw in wax and then you cover it with water or something, the wax will resist it and it will just pop up to the top. I thought that would happen with paint pens, but no, it does not happen with paint pens. The video was a disaster and I just scrapped the idea, which is sad. Not sure if you can see any of this. No. There's a face here, 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 here. But yeah. This was also a sketchbook spread video, which I'll link up there. I think this was the video where I talked about art cell. One of them I talked about art cell. I generally forgot which one. This was fun to draw, but it was very annoying to edit. I remember I was doing one of those videos where you like talk and draw, but I scanned it in, I was editing it, Clip Studio crashed, and OBS didn't do the thing where, because on OBS, if you close a program whilst you're recording, it doesn't, and you reopen it, it doesn't register that it's been reopened. So I was just talking and the thing was just, there's nothing filming. That wasn't fun. But these are some like cool ideas I'm going to do to DIY my clothes. I'm really looking forward to this one. These are some like doodles. So I have this human body book, and I just flipped through some pages and I started drawing all the like cells and molecular stuff. These are some like prop design stuff. So I did little studies of things and I slowly changed them as I was doing a little study of them, which I thought was fun. And some more noses, because I kind of got into drawing noses. They are very fun to draw. And the cool bird that's sideways for some reason. And I drew Cyber Girl, but I really messed up her face. I'm very sorry, Cyber Girl. I drew some more like doodles. I was thinking about the emoticon, which is :::. And I was like, it looks kind of different. So I did these and I compared them. I drew some little mushrooms and a polar bear. And I went in and did like this really dry wash of black ink. And I drew on top with some random pens. And I kind of like this look. These are some like ideas for my comic, like the world building. And this is not to do with the comic at all. I just saw some birds and I thought, I'm going to draw them as humans. But that's a regular bird, but with a massive eye. Did some collage here. I absolutely love collage. And I have this whole idea for a junk journal series, which I'll be doing soon after, maybe when I'm like around halfway with the 100 environments, because I don't want to start too many series at the same time. It'll be kind of annoying to keep up with all of them. But I really like this page. I might redraw it. That'd be cool. Me just doing random ideas for stickers. And I like, my favourites are Hit the Roof, Vibing, and Books Are Neat, but I can't read. I just think this is funny. This was when I got some lollipop sticks. Or actually they're like ice lolly sticks. I drew around them and then I got this photograph and I drew it only in the bits where the sticks were. And this was from my like, headphone converter thingy, and I drew stuff on the inside. This is another doodle page. I drew my pet skull. I don't know why I said pet skull, it's just a skull I have on my table. A prop skull, that's it. These are some more doodles. And I did that thing where you draw without lifting your pen up from the page. I drew a skull, and I feel like I do this a lot in my videos with my sketchbooks. This is a drawing of Mob from Mob Psycho 100, but he's like studying or something. He almost falls asleep, and there's a post-it note, and it says you can do this, and he's smiling. These are some cursed doodles of Dimple from Mob Psycho 100. Here's the face studies page I was talking about earlier. My favourites are this one, and that one. I picked up like 3 pens and I held them up like that and I just went this all over. I was holding 3 pens at once. I did the same on this page, but then I doodled on top with my Pentel pocket brush. I did this page because I was like, you know, wreck the journal. I kind of want to do a bootleg version of this. So I did that. I just wrote, gave myself little prompts, and I came back and drew in them in brown. My favourite is Cat Gamer. These are some studies of insects and arachnids. They were very fun. I really like drawing insects and arachnids, especially beetles. Like ladybirds are very fun to draw. I did a little bit of collage, some stickers and the stars, which I took too long to cut out. It's not worth it to cut out the stars when you can barely see them. And I did some doodles and did some face drawings, and this face looks really scary. And I really like this drawing the most out of all of them. Did some more faces, very fun. I really love drawing with facial expressions. And this was a page where I was testing out my favourite inking supplies. It's another collage page with some hand lettering. I really like this type. I'm going to use this more into like fashion-y doodles. I tried to draw this woman here and here, but I don't think captured her essence. Some more like testing out my paint pens. Not my paint pens, testing out my inking pens. And this reminds me of a Sumi ink drawing. I was just drawing stuff from my window. This is also me drawing stuff from my window, but I made it extra abstract. So can you see the little sparkles? This is me just like messing around with a massive brush and some ink. And here's I did the whole gouache on paper thing again, and I went back and used my dip pen with acrylic ink, white ink, and here was where I used my violet ink, my dip pen, and I kind of put too much ink around the nose bit and it was a mess. Very frustrating to ink this, but I think it looks alright. This was when I was like, oh, I'm finally here. I'm finally done. So I just did some like really fast doodles to fill up the page. This was kind of like a blob challenge. And it ended up with me drawing Sonic and Pokemon characters from memory. And this is my swatch page, where I just randomly wrote some games and anime. Also, thank you for watching. That was my sketchbook. Goodbye.